welcome back to the Breaker Bros. And tonight we're gonna review the top DBs. Right? Is it just corners, or we got the safeties in there too? I kind of forgot.
I just have the corners.
Okay,
There's
so
six first-round grade corners. I mean,
yeah, that's a pretty good number.
yeah.
I guess the corners might be as deep as the offensive tackles in the first round. I think maybe the offensive tackles probably have the edge in the first two rounds. But kind of like what we said before, it feels like in general this is like a really deep class. So I feel like in the first three rounds you should be able to find three players to really impact your roster. But before we get into that, I did want to watch this video, or I do want to watch this video. This is Newton. So
Newton.
Okay. Jerzon Newton.
Oh, like everybody knows that. So just being compared to like NFL greats like that, I take it to heart for sure. Just to be mentioned in the same conversation as those guys, and I haven't even played an NFL snap yet. I think it's pretty cool.
So, just a little flex.
What?
I'm just saying when we watched the defensive tackle film, the first thing I said, he kind of reminds me of Geno Atkins.
Yeah.
And that was it Jerzon Newton being interviewed at the combine, and they're saying like, hey, you're being compared to Geno Atkins, and he's just basically saying like it's not a bad comparison. He's a dog. I think that's kind of cool. He's aware of who Geno Atkins is.
What school does Jerzon go to?
He goes to Clemson.
Oh, okay.
Or wait, it might be Illinois actually.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I just know it was a orange school, but
okay,
just a little flex.
Okay, so were they quoting you?
No, not quoting me. I just thought it was kind of funny because like
some people, yeah, okay, yeah, right there, written down.
Geno Atkins light, because he just seems really quick for a defensive tackle. Like that was one thing I kind of noticed with Geno Atkins is that he was really strong. And I think you're probably right. He was probably a little bit thicker, but nonetheless, we'll get into the cornerbacks. So Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
All right, let's check this out.
Yeah, he's got a low grade.
Low grade? You mean high grade?
No, they have him 151st on their cornerback rating. I mean, they have him as the highest rated draft pick, but they have him 151. I mean,
wasn't he hurt?
Yeah, he got hurt at the end of the season.
Okay.
But he's like a crazy good kick returner. I mean, he's...
Oh, yeah, here you go. This is what you're talking about.
I mean, because he scored a touchdown to beat Minnesota, and then like it got called back on a bogus illegal fair catch call.
Oh, it was that guy. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's excellent football player. Can help you in the return game, is a good cover guy, but I mean, he did get hurt, so I don't have a good sense for how good he really is, I mean, in terms of athleticism and whatnot, but he is a ball hawk, right?
Yeah, it seems like he's got a high football IQ because it's like he's acting like the receiver as opposed to the actual receiver.
Right.
So it's like he's got really good route recognition.
Yeah, but
obviously athletic. I mean,
like those good Iowa defenses. So, definitely a leader on that team. I mean,
Do you know if he's going to be ready at the beginning of the season?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, see, he looks like the receiver in most of these plays.
Yeah, but
I mean, obviously we're watching the highlights,
not
but
good passes.
they're not. But still, I mean, the The knock on corners though is like the reason why you call him a corner is because they can't catch, and he's just
this guy can catch.
yeah. It's like the cliche. That's a reason why he's a corner, because like you'll see corners get or drop the ball when it hits him in the hands, and
I wonder how many interceptions he's got. I mean,
he's got quite a few.
Let's see. So this
like,
year played in 10 games, 2 interceptions this year, 5 interceptions last year.
Okay.
And then
Feels like more than that.
I wonder if they're going to show. I don't know if they show punt return.
Maybe they just got out the 7 interceptions out of the way. Yeah, because now these are more like pass breakups.
Yeah.
I guess I'm sure he's faster than what he looks, but he looks really smooth on.
That's what I was gonna say. Is he looks more quick than fast? You know?
Yeah. Well, it might be just one of those things where like.
But then again, he's like outrunning the other team's defense.
Comparatively, you can see that he's got more speed than someone else, but
yeah.
Just watching him, he doesn't even look like he's running that hard. He just looks like he's running smooth.
Yeah.
Ohio State. Okay, it's a good test. Yeah, I just noticed with him, he was getting mocked like mid to late first round.
Yeah, well, it may be the injury thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many highly ranked corners that, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's just whoever your preference is. They're listed as 6'1", 207. I mean, you're right though. He doesn't look like he's running fast, but he has to be, right?
Yeah, I mean,
he's outrunning people.
Okay, nice. I'd like to see this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, run support, everything. I mean, it almost looks like he's a safety playing corner, right? Yeah. All right. So. I think he plays on the line like safety. Good ball skills. Returner. I mean, to me, he's clearly a first rounder. I mean, I would be happy if the Bengals got him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there could be 4, I guess maybe 5 different options. Because I mean, if you go right tackle, interior line, corner, and I guess defensive end. I mean, I feel like those, or I guess even defensive tackle. So I guess there's 5 positions technically. The Bengals could go in the first round.
Yeah.
And I think obviously people are going to have their preferences or whatever, but I feel like all of them could fill in a need and be highly productive right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's like something that the Bengals, or at least what we're looking for a while, where we actually get that first round pick that can contribute right away and have that big impact. But yeah, I would say he's versatile. Seems like he's got a pretty good IQ. Like he's got really good play recognition. He seems like he's smooth out there. Yeah, I'm just interested to see like how his play looks compared to some of these other top rated corners.
Oh, yeah,
and again, our we're going off of PFF's grade, so they have Cooper DeJean as 7th overall. So that's pretty good. I mean, there's 4 corners in the top 15.
Yeah. So what would you? I mean, do you have a grade on him round wise?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
do
for sure.
1A,
First,
1B? Yeah, okay.
yeah,
Are
I
you
don't
gonna
know
do?
yet because I want to
Okay.
see like these next
Okay.
2 or 3, and then I'll probably assign the different
Okay. So we're gonna talk
levels.
about Nate Wiggins, 6'2",
Yeah.
185,
Wait, okay, that was another thing. How tall was Cooper? It didn't seem like he was as
6'1",
oh, he was
207.
6'1". Okay, I mean, I feel like they're probably lying about that a little bit, but we'll see.
He does look like he has some excellent natural leverage, but hard to say, man. Yeah, he looks fast.
Yeah, and he looks taller.
Yeah. Well, he is 1 inch taller.
But yeah, I mean, he to me looks like he's actually, what did you say, 6'2"?
Yeah.
Definitely has a little burst to him, like you can just tell.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he looks like he's got good hands as well.
Like Wiggins, I can't. I want to say he's got great length.
Mhm.
Oh, look at this makeup speed. He's got to be fast. Holy crap.
Yeah. Oh, he wasn't even in frame. I thought one was going to catch him.
What a
Wow.
play.
Yeah. That's a touchback, right?
It looked like it was. Even if it wasn't, the fact that like he was
Yeah.
able to catch up like that was incredible.
Mm.
Just like overall body structure, he looks more like a corner than Cooper. Like
Yeah,
it just
I mean,
seems like he's
Cooper
got like the
kinda
long
looks like
arms,
a safety, doesn't he?
a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like they might be like giving him an inch or two height wise,
Yeah, but I
which they
mean,
normally do for football players. I mean, that's pretty common.
yeah, but like, I don't think it matters as much for corner. I mean, it used to be that like people didn't want corners over 5'11". Because I was thinking about this. Like, I remember reading Sporting News magazine, and they were like, I mean, way back in the day, they were talking about how like if you're over like 5'10", you just can't keep up, or can't run routes with the receiver because your hips are too stiff. It was kind of a weird theory. I don't think anybody buys into it anymore, but I don't know that like height is a huge concern for corners. I mean, there are a lot of corners we like on the Bengals that are not 6 foot.
He's really good at finding the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be the real consistency. Like he doesn't allow the receiver to catch it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. He seems a little handsy though.
There you go. Blitz. It feels like he's going against overall better competition.
Yeah. Than DeJean in the Big Ten? I don't know about that.
I guess because I see a lot of like it's Florida State, SEC.
That's ACC.
Well, there was a few against the SEC. I thought
Yeah.
I saw the logo, the SEC logo.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was South Carolina. That's a big rivalry, but I wouldn't say South Carolina has more talent than what you see in the Big Ten.
I guess that's true. He doesn't
Yeah, I
seem to
mean-
have like as many picks, but I feel like in terms
Well, in
of
fact,
like
he does not. He only has 3 picks.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. So he's got like a third or maybe like a half of what Cooper had, right? Because he had was it 7 or 8? I guess he had 5 and 3. Was that
5 and 2? I guess
so?
I'll have
7.
to
Okay, so he
guess.
has about half. But
I'll just look it back up.
it feels
Yeah,
like he's
5
a
and
lot
2,
more.
So 7.
Yeah, so about half.
Yeah.
Gotta be quicker than that,
Yeah.
ref.
It's lucky you didn't get flagged for that.
It's just one of those plays where he's probably mad at himself for not catching that ball.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, anything else to add? Good at finding the ball.
Yeah, good length, physical. I think just prospect wise, I think he might be a better cornerback. Like if you're looking more for like a utility player, then maybe you go with Cooper. But for me, if you're looking for a cornerback,
Mhm.
I would give him like the 1A so far.
Oh, okay. We're ranking them now. Okay. So that means that Cooper currently is your 1B.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I like he seems to use his hands a lot as the ball's getting there, and I just feel like if he played for the Bengals, he'd get called for a lot of flags. I mean, if he played for Kansas City, they'd never throw a flag on him. He'd be great, but he play for the Bengals. You got to worry about penalties.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, I feel like being the AFC North and just in the NFL in general, I feel like the receiver is going to be a little bit more physical. So you kind of want, because if you look at the Super Bowl, I think the perfect example was the Chiefs corner. I can't think of his name. This is the one that they drafted like 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, he was doing a lot of the hand checking and like
Yeah, that's
knocking the
what I
ball
said,
out.
though.
What?
They don't call penalties on the Chiefs.
Right, but I mean, if all things are equal, I mean, I agree that I think the Chiefs get a little help with the refs versus the Bengals, but at the same time, I mean, if all things
Yeah.
equal, then I would still like a guy like that. But all right,
Okay,
so
this guy 2 years in a row, Sequinian Mitchell. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. 6 foot 196, but 2 years in a row he's been the #1 ranked corner by PFF.
yeah, I mean, this is kind of like the guy I thought maybe we would get.
So
If-
we've got 6 interceptions, 5 last year, 1 this year. But that
Interesting.
might be targets. Oh, he's targeted 70 and 62. Oh, I wonder how that compares to the previous 2 guys. I didn't realize they have targets. Say 41, 61. And then Cooper DeJean targets 72 and 46. So they really went away from him. Well, he played 3 less games, but
Still a pretty good
Accurate.
sample size. I mean,
well, same here. Well, that's exactly the same. 13 and 10, 61. So I guess it's not very meaningful. Targets 70 and 62. Okay.
I feel like he might be the fastest corner.
Oh,
I feel like that was. I think I could be wrong, but actually, I think I might just be making that up because I'm pretty sure the safety that we drafted a few years back. Can't think of his name. Huh?
Not DJ Turner.
No, the safety.
Yeah, I can't remember.
He had
his
the pick
name,
6 in the preseason, but he ran like a 4.3 and he came from Toledo, so I feel like that's probably
but-
something that they look for in their defensive backs is speed.
Yeah, like Michigan.
Yeah. I was gonna say that better be picked. He was looking right at the quarterback when he threw it.
Yeah.
Wait, how tall did you say this guy was?
Well, it says 6 foot,
Okay.
but I feel like it might be like a dating app 6 foot tall. You know what I mean?
So you think
You
he's
say-
shorter?
Yeah, he's probably a little bit shorter, even though he looks big. It's hard to tell.
That's a really short highlight film.
Yeah.
I guess partly because of what conference he plays in, they probably don't have as much film.
Yeah, probably not as much on TV.
Too easy.
Yeah.
North Illinois. Man.
Yeah.
I guess I know there was a lot of buzz with him, especially after the Senior Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I kept on hearing his name, and just
Yeah.
like the pre-draft stuff and things that I see on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. Like there's like a lot of buzz with him.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, like I feel like he's gonna be my 1C. But
Yeah.
he's another one where I feel like he plays the ball well.
Yeah.
He's got like really good reaction time. He looks fast.
Mm. Would you say
But-
plays the ball well?
Yeah, plays the ball well. Like he's similar to Wiggins, except that I feel like he might not be as aggressive. Like he goes to knock the ball out, but it's not as like intense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would give him the 1C.
So I think to me, it looks like he has like a powerful build. I mean, to me, it looks like a team leader. I mean, just from watching how happy everybody gets when he does stuff. I mean, it's hard to say if he's fast or if he's slow. Because, I mean, corner, you got to follow people, so he's on the guy. I wonder how, I mean, I'm going to say the same thing. Is he fast? To me, he just doesn't look dominant. I don't know. I mean, I guess it says the passer rating is 51.1 when he's targeted, but I mean,
The competition's not gonna be as good either. That's
I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, I might even do like a 3rd round grade. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, I'm just curious how this compares. Like, you see way more dominance here. 44 passer rating. $37.8. I was excited when I saw he had like these high scores. I was excited to see his film. see his plays, and it just didn't jump off the screen at me.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm sure maybe PFF is able to see more film. I'm not sure how that works out for them. If they get like more
Supposedly
exclusive
they
looks
watch all the games and they grade every player.
every play.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
They have more access than we do.
I would hope so, but I don't know if that means that they can only get access to the games that are like on like the major broadcast.
No, they get the film.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So we got Alabama's corner.
Which one? You got 2 Alabama players in a row.
Oh, there is. Oh, this one's Arnold, I thought.
Yeah, Terry and Arnold.
I feel like there's some Bengals fans that was high on this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's his what was his size?
I don't know. Oh, he's a dating app 6 foot tall. I was gonna say he looks like 5'10", 5'11" maybe. Oh, nice play.
Oh yeah, because there's Kool-Aid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like he's kind of getting away with some like holding.
I was gonna say there's a lot. A lot of hand fighting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see more run plays.
Yeah. There you go.
That might have been a tight end that was on him.
Yeah. It's held by tight end. Still got a sack.
There you go. That's neighbors. So
Yeah.
that receiver almost got it. Like that was more of like a drop on the receiver than.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think I'm gonna give him a second round grade.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he's a ball hawk. He's good at knocking the ball away. Does a good job in run support. But yeah, I give him a first round grade. I feel like he might be the most proven out of all the players just because of being in the SEC. It seemed like he was going against some of those higher quality receivers, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would put him in the top 3. And part of it is I'm kind of trusting PFF's grade because like we were so limited at what we could see about Mitchell.
Well, okay, so they show you targets, receptions, and yards, right? So he gave up 27 receptions on 62 targets for 290 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, right?
Yeah.
And then you look at Arnold, and he had 41 catches, 79 targets, 441 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, I mean he's probably going against a lot tougher competition. So
Well, I consider this stat line to be better, I guess, because of the 5 interceptions, you know?
yeah, but I mean, giving up a lot of yards, I think that matters too. I mean,
Yeah, but
if
got
you look back
14
to Mitchell, he only gave up like 200 yards, which is kind of crazy.
Mitchell. Oh. 290 yards.
Yeah. No TDs.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a world of difference between the players, you know?
Yeah,
How many, how many first round receivers are there in the SEC, you know?
yeah, but
First round quarterbacks and receivers. I mean, it's just different.
all right, Kool-Aid. Like you almost have to draft him because of the name.
Oh yeah.
It's a really nice play. Yeah, that's a catch.
So this is interesting because, like, look at the targets, way down compared to Arnold.
How tall is he?
It says 6'1".
Is it a little bit taller?
Yeah.
That receiver just like totally gave up on the play. Okay. Like what?
Dude, they give like zone coverage grades, man coverage grades. Yeah. So seems. Let's see. We'll do good length, tight coverage, defenses or offenses. I think this guy's a first rounder. Offense is
Seems more of a hitter than the previous corner, the other Alabama corner.
yeah.
But they almost seem very similar in terms of play style.
Yeah.
I feel like this guy's pretty technical sound. Like
Yeah.
the way he positioned his body and where he has his hands in relation to what the receiver's doing, it feels pretty good. But I feel like it's just an Alabama thing. Like it's like a Nick Saban's not going to bring in a player that's not technically sound.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, to be a starter and get on the field, you have to be one of the more technically sound people that they bring in too, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're on Alabama, for sure. I mean, some people can just get away with talent alone, you know, with like speed and size or whatever. But yeah, I might actually like him a little bit better than Arnold, just because he's a little bit more physical. Like you said, he's got good length. I feel like he plays with good technique. Seems like a solid corner.
Yeah. So you got him then.
First round. I mean,
so 1D then.
Yeah, I give him a 1D.
Okay, you remove Arnold down to 1E.
No, you don't have to. Just put 1. It's fine. Well, it doesn't matter at the point. Just
okay, the rest are just 1.
Yes.
But the letters mean they're better than a 1.
Well, it's just rating them, you know, like if I would pick the first, if it came down to it, right, in the first, then this is how I would rate them out. They just wouldn't all be equal, if that makes sense. But was it Ernest?
Enos.
Enos. Oh my gosh.
Little Enos.
Huh.
His dad's probably Big Enos.
Enos Senior.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a junior.
Yeah. Little Smokey and the Bandit reference there.
Is it a rake straw?
Yep.
It's got to be a name like that.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri. Okay.
Wasn't targeted much.
Wow.
But the passer rating against him was really good.
He looks a lot shorter. Was he 5'10" or something?
Come on, you know what height he's listed as.
What, 6 foot?
6 foot.
Yeah. Well, we're about to find out for real this weekend.
Yeah.
Nah, he seems significantly smaller than most of these other people that we watched.
Yeah.
Unless he just happens to go against the tallest receiver on every single team.
Yeah, he's just everybody's covering is just 6'5".
Yeah. He's kind of sneaky though. He likes to jump the ball. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. That looks like his home. It looks like a slot guy to me.
He's not afraid to hit people. That's nice, but he definitely seems like the smaller of the corners
Yeah.
that we've seen. Because even like the shorter ones, they had like more of a stocky build. You know,
Yeah.
like he seems kind of short and lean. I mean, you know who he kind of reminds me of? You know, like Mike Hilton. But I,
That's,
I
what,
feel
that's
like,
what I was thinking too. I think
but the
Mike
thing is
Hilton
that
was
that
like a
corner
fourth rounder,
from
right?
Michigan is like supposed to be Mike Hilton, but
Oh yeah, Mike
Yeah.
Sanders still.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I feel like for me, he's probably gonna be a second grade.
Yeah.
Like I like,
I'm gonna put
I
him
like
as
the
a
way he
third
plays.
rounder.
No, I definitely I like how he jumps the ball. I like how physical he is. He just seems like not as big as the other players. I don't want to say undersized, but compared to the other players, he seems a bit smaller out of the top prospects.
Yeah. His run defense grade is high. Man
Yeah,
coverage
that's-
grade is low. Zone coverage. This could be a guy that I think the Bengals would target, right? Because that's kind of the profile that the Bengals like, right? Depending on how he runs, if he's fast, I can see the Bengals targeting him, right? Good run defender, good zone coverage. If he's fast, I think he'd be a fit, right? I mean, isn't that what the Bengals have drafted the past like 4 years?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're a DB, you got to be fast.
But also like they sacrifice man coverage for zone. You know what I mean? Or do you not agree? So you say second round grade?
Yeah, second round grade. I just don't think he's gonna be that fast though. Like they've been drafting people that were like 4.4, 4.3.
Yeah, well, you
So-
don't know until they run, right?
Right. I don't know if he's gonna be like. He seems like a 4 or 5 player to me. Well, I don't know. Maybe he could run a 4.4. That's not
I
like.
mean, if he's small and he's running 4.5, I mean, come on. I mean,
All right, but yeah, I would say he's. I feel like he's kind of like sneaky quick. He likes to jump the ball. He plays with a lot of physicality. But I would say really the only knock is that compared to the other prospects, he definitely seems smaller.
well, I mean, there's more than that. I just don't think he's good at coverage as some of the other guys, right?
Well,
Yeah.
according to the PFF grades.
Well, I mean, we're gonna cheat and copy them, but like, say, like you compare them to, of course, we don't want to do that, but like compare them to Terrion Arnold, right? I mean, I guess they're similar, right? Not as good as man coverage, good at run, good at zone. But the passer rating against, I mean, this guy had a lot more picks, so. Okay. So we're going to go on to TJ Tampa.
Yeah.
6'2". Nice. You know, I think so far this is the most like seeming like computer generated name of any of the people.
Like Madden finally got it right.
Yeah. Like a Madden auto gen player.
He just ran out of bounds, but that might have been to seal the game. Yeah. I would like to see him run up the field a little bit, but it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just to seal the game.
Yeah.
Probably did what he's supposed to do. Just run out of bounds and let your quarterback take 3 knees. Ooh, I like that.
He's
That's a nice
dead.
hit. Huh?
I said that guy is dead.
He thought he got a nice little play there.
Oh man, that quarterback just laid that guy out.
Yep.
I
That's
mean,
definitely the corner or quarterback's fault for sure.
Oh, good lord.
He doesn't care about his receivers.
I know. Maybe a little less air on that one over the middle.
Yeah, so far I really like how physical this guy is.
Yeah.
Like oh my god. Yeah, that guy was slow to get up. But yeah, I see why now.
Is he playing safety?
No. I think he must have been playing man because the guy like was doing like I guess it was a slant or like a skinny post. Iowa State, is that okay?
Yeah, Iowa State. So I think.
But he definitely seems one of those players that like.
It's a big body.
Yeah, for sure. But like he just his play stands out. You know, like he definitely makes an impact.
Oh,
so like he should. Oh, Cincinnati, no. Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely picked since Cincinnati.
Hey.
Dude, we get the worst highlights. I just don't know if that would work, what he did in the NFL. He did like a complete 360 with his body.
Yeah, he was beat and he just sold out. The ball was not where it needed to be.
No, it was. It was just, he should have caught that.
He grabbed his arm and pulled it out of the socket. It's hard to catch.
You don't want to run. I'll say you did. That's the worst.
Yeah,
You don't run
never
against
watch
this guy.
guy's film. Throw it.
Bro, yeah. I mean, damn, dude. Yeah. I mean, if this guy's like in the second, I wouldn't mind this guy in the second. That seems like a really good spot for him, but I think he's still a first round grade.
Okay.
He seems like another one of these players that might drop later just because there's so many other talented players. Like, I don't know if I would like him in the mid first round, but somehow
well, he's rated
like
36, so
yeah. I don't know. I feel like he's better than the last corner though.
well, it's a matter of opinion.
What was his coverage grades and all that?
Coverage grade is 78. So man coverage 69, zone coverage 75. His run defense grade is kind of low.
You said his run defense is kind of low?
Yeah, that's what I said. Run defense grade 66, below average. I guess a lot. Of
Yeah, I mean,
tackles. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Maybe he's just like a high risk, high reward type
Yeah,
player.
that's why I think he is. I'm gonna put him as a third rounder. So you say high risk,
high reward.
In terms of his play or in terms of him as a prospect?
Well, I mean, him as a like his play. I mean, I kind of have to trust PFF's grade because like they're looking at the whole thing. We're just
Here you go.
we're looking at the best plays, you know.
Yeah.
But I do feel like he's probably the most physical corner that we've seen so far. Although I do feel like that Santrell guy is going to give a run for his money.
Yeah.
But he's the 10th rated corner. But I like his size. He's got really good size, really good, really physical. But yeah, he just seems like a boomer bust type play. So yeah, I guess second round is a good spot for him.
Okay.
Because again, I'm gonna default to PFF here in a little bit, or
Why?
for Well, I mean, I definitely trust my eyes, but at the same time, like I do know we're only looking at the best of the best. So like we're not gonna see when he messes up. So
Yeah.
like if they're saying that his run support, like if those grades are low, then I kind of trust that because PFF grades based off of production. So if you
Right.
yeah. So like I said, it seems like he must be a high reward, high risk type player. When he makes a play, it looks fantastic, but when he misses it, he misses it. You know. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I again, if he's in the second round, I kind of get it. I understand. Wait, would you say for him?
Lassiter. I give him 3rd round grade.
Big,
6 foot 180.
brings the lumber on hits.
Yeah.
Big body. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I almost wonder if he's like too big for like the position. That's not the right way to say it. I just don't think doesn't seem quick enough to play corner, at that size. Maybe
Yeah,
he's a
because I
safety.
feel like the taller ones that play where they're like lean and they're a bit quicker. Because isn't
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner 6'2" as well? But he's got that lean build where
Yeah,
he's
this guy-
long.
that guy looked nothing like Sauce.
No. What I'm saying is if you're bigger and you have that bigger body like length,
Mhm.
you're usually more lean and agile. To where he was just like kind of like thick and
Yeah.
he could hit, but it was just like that play where he did that 360 and he was able to knock it out. Like if that's the NFL, most like that would have been a touchdown.
That's the one that I was thinking about the most. It's just like, yeah, he was beat, and that's a touchdown all day long. And like I almost like the hits are awesome. I like to watch them, but I just feel like those are penalties. They just get, you know what I mean?
Well, another thing we need to keep in mind, and I'm not sure if PFF shows it all the time. It does matter like how young they are too, because like if they're on the younger side, then you can assume that maybe they can develop out of it. But if they're a bit older, then you kind of know what you have. You know what I mean? Because
I don't know about that. Like, what's your difference make? You know what I mean?
well, okay. For instance, like that was it Braden Fiske or Fisk?
Yeah.
I think he's like 24.
Uh-huh.
So like, I feel like with him, you kind of know what you're gonna get, like a high intensity, high motor. Like, I don't think he's gonna have as much high ceiling as some of those younger ones, you know. So
yeah, I don't know. Like I think that by the time you're at that level, I think a lot of things are known. Like I think you can teach technique, and I think you can like get someone stronger and faster, but I don't think you take like a guy that's like a big hitter and then make him not a big hitter. You know what I mean? Like I think that's just how he plays.
is this guy 6'2" too, or
He's
6'1"?
6 foot.
6 foot? Okay. Maybe he was going against a shorter receiver that time because that receiver looked a bit bigger than him,
Mm-hmm.
taller. But he looks like he's got like a stocky build.
Oh wow, you almost picked that.
That was a good play on the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell is that thing on the sideline? That little banner thing they had.
Yeah, it's probably to hide people stealing plays from the.
Oh,
It's your. They must have been playing Michigan the next week. Kind of Connor Stallion's deterrent.
I feel like he may not be as fast as some of these other corners because, like, it seems like the receivers are getting like a step on him. He's just really good at tracking the ball.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know what that was or why that was on the highlight. I mean, that just looked like a bad pass. Like,
Yeah.
solid hitter though. It feels like
Yeah.
He's solid at the tackles when he makes the tackles.
Yeah, I think he's real competitive. I don't know if I see the speed thing, but I'm
You
not
think he's fast?
disagreeing. No. I mean, I don't know if I see the speed deficiency that you said, but I kind of wish I did.
Well, like on those
Love
go
to
routes,
see.
it seems like he's consistently like a step behind the receiver. He's just good at tracking the ball. See, look at that. You see what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it feels like when they go deep, the receiver always has a step on him.
Yeah.
But he's just really good at. He's sticky. Like he's like always
Yeah.
like he leaves no room for error. But I could be wrong. I mean, this is why this weekend's so important. Like you can get official measurements. So
Yeah, but I mean, I think you want confirmation, right? Like if he ran like a 4.240, you'd be like, wait a minute.
then he's just
That's not
overthinking.
Yeah. See now I just feel like he's slowed because you said that.
Like some of these, I don't like. He's got like a kind of weird highlight because this is another play where like that was like either a really good play by the defensive end to tip it or like bad pass on the quarterback. But I like
Yeah,
that. I mean, he seems physical. Like he's
Yeah.
a.
I think-
What does PF have? PFF has his like run grade.
I'll pull that up on the. So, run defense grade, they have him as a little bit above average. His man coverage grade is 81, zone 73. So they're saying he's a good man coverage guy, but I mean, we're not saying he's bad at man coverage because he does recover. But like in the NFL, those passes aren't going to.
No, he tracks the ball really well. Like if
those passes are going to be a little bit more accurate and they're a little bit sooner.
well, and the receiver is going to be a little bit faster, a little bit quicker too, a little bit stronger.
No, I'm thinking third round. Just
Yeah.
like he feels like a slot guy. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say. I'd say a third round.
Okay.
Maybe like a 3.5 at third
Okay.
round.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa, 6'3".
Tyree Jackson?
Yeah.
I already
Senior.
like him.
He's a senior.
So he's 24.
Well, they don't say. But
6'3", 195. He seems like a lean, taller guy.
yeah.
Only gave up 200 yards. Okay. 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions.
Yeah, he had a good year.
I mean, Oregon. I mean, there we go. Started off with a run stop.
So this guy's build is very similar to Sauce's build.
Yeah.
Like 6'3", 200.
To me, that's like if you want to like a frame for a corner, 6'3", like 195, like that's probably what you want.
Yeah.
Because you know he's gonna have long ass arms.
Yeah. He
Doesn't
does
seem
not
that fast, though.
He seems like he is. That was against Hawaii too. He looked like he was running in slow motion.
Running in that lava.
Yeah.
Yeah, see the receiver had to step on him right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
he's playing press.
That's what you want. Okay. I thought he was gonna. Well, I guess he's obviously gonna make the tackle because this is his highlight film. But
You'd hope.
he was almost positioned to miss that for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what his speed is.
Yeah.
It's pretty physical. I like his size for sure.
Yeah.
There you go. I like it when corners can blitz like that. Especially in Amarillo offense or defense. Oh yeah, he's blitzing a lot actually. Yeah, I feel like with his length, like if you're a quarterback, you gotta really throw it on the right spot.
Yeah. But you're just seeing him getting beat, and he like recovers.
I wonder if he's like a 4 or 5 guy.
Yeah.
Man, he blitz a lot. That might have just been a really good play recognition. Yeah, I'm curious to see what his 40 is. Oh, that was just bad pass. Yeah, yeah, I would say he's got elite size. I mean, that's like what you would want for a corner. He plays physical. But I feel like and plays well in run support from what we could see.
Let me double check that for you. Yes, very good run defense.
Okay, yeah. So I think he's a solid 3rd-round pick. Like, but yeah, I think what might hurt him is that he may not be as quick or as fast as some of the other top prospects.
I mean, you know what it feels like to me is that some of these guys that we think look slow, I think that what's going to happen is either we're wrong and they're fast, or they'll drop.
It's all relative.
They'll drop because there's going to be guys that maybe didn't play as well and aren't ranked as high because of their tape, but they're going to run well, and you just need speed. I think in the modern NFL, everybody's just so fast.
Yeah.
That
can you put he seems slower? I shouldn't say slow, but slower than like the other top prospects. There you go.
He just looked slow, like in that. Like
maybe it's just like he's not quick,
but he might be a long strider, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Maybe
that's what I'm saying. Like
looks slow, but he's so tall that he's just covering so much ground. That's possible.
Well, it seems like he tracks the ball well, decent, but it just seemed like consistently the receiver had a step on him, so it could just be.
Yeah, well, I'm just concerned that he didn't play much until this year. Just seems weird,
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the other top guys. I mean, they've got like 2 years of starting. This guy played a lot. Look at these snaps these guys are playing. I don't know.
All right,
Okay.
so
we
Mike.
got Mike Sainristil still.
Yeah, so
Oh,
this
look,
is
I like him. He's honest. Look, he says he's 5'10". He doesn't say 6 foot even.
yeah. So I mean, this
To
this
be
is
fair,
the
I
guy
don't know
that
who puts these out. So
I feel like if you're five, yeah, he's probably around 5'10", 5'9". But yeah, this is the one I hear is very similar to Mike Hilton. So we'll see.
okay, so he's an older player. He's 23.
Yeah.
He's a graduate.
It's like some dynamic film editing here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you can tell he's just shorter in the field. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man. Yeah, I was gonna say you can tell
Ooh.
this dude is about to get lit up. Yeah, no, I definitely get the Hilton comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think he might be faster than Hilton.
I would imagine he is. If he, I mean, it seems like everybody in the secondary in Michigan seems to have run like a 4.3, 4.4. You know,
Oh, is that guy's name McBurrows?
maybe.
Seems like a playmaker though. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's quarterbacks have done well targeting him, but it seems like he's more of a zone player.
yeah, I mean that's what I heard. They like if he's over the slot, like he would play the same position as Mike Hilton.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he looks fast, playmaker, slot, zone guy. So, yeah, I'm gonna put him as a third. I don't know. Maybe he's fast enough. He'd run himself into the second round.
Yeah, I feel like if you want him, if you're the Bengals, you want him, you might have to get him in the second round.
Yeah, I mean, he just feels like the kind of guys the Bengals like to draft. You know, corners from Michigan.
Yeah, I would say if he runs a 4.3, which I don't know if it's reasonable, but I mean, yeah, he's definitely going to the second round.
I mean, he looks fast.
I'd say he runs at least a 4.4. But I mean, his ball skills are pretty good, and then he's just.
I copied you. I should probably just delete that from mine because you said it and I wrote it in my column.
It's all right.
I cannot do that. That's dirty pool.
We're allowed to have the same opinions, but
well, yeah, we can have the same opinions, but you said it. I didn't even say it. It just.
I would say good ball skills, fearless, physical. I mean, lacks size, but fast. I'd give him a 2.5 grade because I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna reach here, but I mean, if he can run a sub 4.4, then yeah,
It's not a reach. They have him ranked as 58. That makes him bottom of the second round. That's like exactly the correct answer.
Yeah, so I feel like. Yeah, I think second round feels pretty good. I mean, second 2.5. I feel like. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're the Bengals and you're looking to get him, I feel like you're gonna have to get him in the second. If that's
No,
what you're.
I could see, like, I'm looking at the other guys that we said were a slot, like Kamari Lassiter and Enos Rakestraw. I could see him getting picked before those two guys because he just looks like he looks fast. So I wouldn't be surprised if after the combine he rises.
Yeah, I
because
mean, if
he
it's one of those
he
things
just
where
looks
like
electric when he's
you
on the
want to
field.
confirm his speed, then yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the only thing that's really going to hurt him is his size. Is that I know. But I mean, if you're the Bengals and you're looking for that guy to eventually take over Hilton's spot, and you don't want to pay Hilton the money, you know what I mean? Like that, it makes sense if you take him in the second round. Like that's kind of like what
Well,
they
I
do,
mean, you can never have too many corners. So
right?
And the Bengals like shorter corners who are fast, right? I mean, like that's the whole roster, isn't it?
I want to see if they say it's 40 time. He runs a 4.4, which I feel like is for sure faster than Mike Hilton.
I don't know. I think Mike Hilton was pretty fast. I want to say he ran a.
Yeah, he's a 4.5 guy.
Yeah.
So he's about a second faster. Or sorry, not a second. Tenth of a second. Yeah, sorry.
He's probably second faster than me.
Yeah. But I mean, a tenth of a second is still pretty significant.
Yeah, it's huge.
Okay.
All right. So.
You know what time it is?
What? No. Not yet. Hold your horses. It's time for the question of the day.
What's that?
So, of the guys we looked at, who's the guy that you want the Bengals to draft? Who's the guy the Bengals need to draft? Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. I like Kool-Aid and I like Cooper. So it's
What
kinda
round, though?
hard to say. Well, they're going to be first round guys. Right? I'm not saying I want them to pick a corner in the first round. It's just of the corners, right?
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I mean,
So this is my guy. I'm going with Kool-Aid. I think I like what I see.
I'd say if everything goes wrong for the Bengals and like all the top tackles go and Bowers is not there and like a lot would have to go wrong for them to get Wiggins.
Isn't that the beginning of like Iron Eagle?
What do you mean?
If you're watching this, a lot has gone wrong, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, but I guess if they were to pick a first round corner,
It
it'd
doesn't
be
have to
Wiggins.
be a first round.
Yeah,
corner.
I know. I'm just saying.
Like, what
this
corner would you say they would pick?
Like, I would be okay if it was Wiggins in the first round, like I said, but that wouldn't be my ideal pick. My ideal pick would be the guy that we just watched, Mike.
Sanderson.
Sanderson.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I that would be
That's-
if somehow he falls in the third.
That's exactly how I want you to play this game.
So I would go with him in
after
the
3 weeks. I think we're on. Okay, so let me ask the question again, and then you could put us like 2 box, and then if we wanted to make a short, it would be like bang, bang, bang. You know?
right. Are you gonna ask the question again, or
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to do the screen the way I want it.
oh, you mean this one right here?
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
Josh. Are you ready for the question of the day?
Yes.
Okay, if the Bengals were to pick a corner amongst the top 10 corners that we looked at, who's your guy?
Mike Sanistril or
Nice.
Sanisil or whatever his name is, because he would be the replacement, not this year, but I guess after the next year for Mike Hilton.
Yeah,
But I
think
would
it
like him
brings
in the
good
third
depth,
round.
too.
Huh?
Well, yeah, I would like him in the 7th round, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reasonable expectation that he could be there
Yeah.
in the third.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. Like I said, I mean, if he runs a sub 4.4, which would be, I mean, if the 40 that we saw is fairly accurate, then it's probably not going to happen. Then I could definitely see him going in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if he's there in the third, then for sure, that's like the ideal pick.
Okay. Nice.
So who's yours?
Okay. My guy's Kool-Aid McKinstry. I like how he plays. I feel like he has. I like his coverage skill, and him and Terry and Arnold are both ranked as first-round prospects. And to me, it carries a lot of weight that teams seem to target Arnold more than Kool-Aid. So if you've got a team with like 2 elite corners and a lot of the passes are going to the other side of the field, then it makes me feel like Kool-Aid is the elite player. So I like him. And then, I wouldn't mind if the Bengals got Cooper DeJean. I just like him as a player. I think, he was quite the leader for the Iowa defense. But I don't think that that's a realistic possibility. But if he falls and we get him and it's between the two, I think I would still pick Kool-Aid. But if Kool-Aid were gone, I would go with Cooper DeJean. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Wiggins is the way to go if you're going in the first round. But I mean, most likely, I feel like just after watching the film, he'll probably be gone.
Yeah,
before we get there. But
you put him 1A, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, if you just look at his speed, size, and everything, like he makes the most sense. But it would make sense for the Bengals to take him at 18 because that would mean all the people that probably were targeting is gone, and that's why he fell. But most likely he's going to be gone before pick 18. I would have to imagine.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be determined because there are so many highly ranked corners. I think that the combine's really going to reorder this significantly.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to see the rankings after the fact. And I feel like PFF
I don't know if
updates
Cooper
fairly quickly
right now. Like, I know he was hurt at the end of the year. I think
that probably is going to hurt his rating.
Yeah, I could see him sliding to the Bengals, really.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not a significant slide, especially if like the other guys look really good at the combine.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of mocks are currently having him in like the 20-ish range, so in the 20s. So I feel like if some of those other corners just have a bad combine and they kind of don't meet expectations, then yeah, he might stay the same. But if the other corners perform, then yeah, he can definitely slide. But all right, I guess we're the mock.
We're on to the mock. All right.
Yeah, I mean, if the right corner falls, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to it in the first round. I still think I'm kind of on the Bowers train. If he's there, I don't think he's going to be there at 18 because I think he's just too good. And still a tackle makes the most sense.
Yeah,
we'll see. I feel like these mocks kind of get a little bit more, and I'm sure these mocks are probably going to be a little bit more, like they'll be tuned up after free agency a little bit too. So
yeah, you ready to start?
Let's do it. Wow, Byron Murphy went early. Bowers at 7.
Cooper DeJean 4.
What? That's kind of crazy.
All right, so we should have.
I feel like we should have the best available tackle.
Let's see what we got here.
Or not the best available tackle, but some good ones.
Okay.
There's Latham.
So we got our pick of the edge rushers or the tackles. But if it falls this way, I would think you would have to go with Phew.
I mean, conventional
I don't
wisdom
know.
is going to be either Latham or Mims. I would pick Mims off the upside, but I don't know. There's things I'm hearing about Latham, like he's got a lot of pass blocking experience. I think he's only 20 years old. He's actually really young. I mean, Latu's still there. It's kind of a
Yeah.
crazy board. Verse. I mean, Jared Verse is probably one of my
Yeah, I mean,
like
either
pure
the edge
edge rusher.
rushers
I like.
would be good, but I mean, like, what are we gonna do for this mock? I feel like since we looked at corners, we should take a corner, but that's gonna tank our grade. Ooh, or should we do a trade? Because like the board is looking good. Maybe we could slide down one or two.
I say we get our guy.
Okay. Who's our guy? Latham? Or
I think
Cooley?
Latham probably makes the most sense
All right.
because I really think
Really-
Mims is going to be gone.
Really, you're targeting your corner in the second or third round, right?
Yeah, because I feel like the corners that we're looking at are still there.
Well, I saw Enos Rakestraw went at the end of the first round. Let's see the cornerbacks. Kool-Aid went 24 to Dallas. Enos went to the Bills at 28. TJ Tampa 33. Chop Robinson, best name ever. And Kamari Lassiter went 45. So safety, or I'm sorry, corners are off the board.
Well, there's
We can
Kyrie
get
Jackson.
I don't think that's really a fit for the Bengals. Touch too early for Sanders still, but we have a trade offer. 67 is probably not high enough for us.
I don't know. I mean, if I'm going off of what I remember, then I kind of like Burton, the receiver. But then there's Fiske, Fisk, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I'd be willing to get Mike Sanistrill or Sanistill
All right, let's do it.
just to see what happens. Because yeah, so there's still Brandon Dorless. I feel like Tavondre's. Well, we just got it. No, we didn't. I wouldn't mind taking Sweat in the third round.
Over Dorless.
I don't know.
Can't
How do you
remember
feel
our
about it?
grades. I can't remember. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull up our draft sheet. Oh, there it is. Defensive interior. We didn't even rank Dor. Oh, there he is. Versatile, dominant, active hands, moves people, seems athletic. I have him as a second round. You have him as a third rounder. And then Sweat, we just say he's a big space eater. So I think Dorless is the pick, right?
I agree because I think if we bring back Reader for one more year, then Sweat is not as necessary.
Yeah. Okay. We got a trade offer. What is this? Round 4?
Yeah.
I feel like that takes us to a whole new level of ridiculousness. Seeing if I recognize any names.
I think we go Ben Sinnett
Okay.
or Sinnett. And then I feel like in the fifth round, I feel like we go for Zinter. I was gonna say Zinter, man.
We can't do a draft without getting Zinter.
He's just like that to me. Looks like a future badass guard. Like why wouldn't?
Right. No, I agree. I'm on board with it. I just think it's funny that we always get him.
Okay, I think we kind of have
Jordan
to go receiver
Jefferson.
now.
Oh, wait,
You want
he's
him?
a defensive lineman. No, I was making a Justin
Oh.
Jefferson joke.
That is kind of funny. I was gonna say Luke McCaffrey, but
Is he related to the McCaffreys?
he is.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we looked at him, but we're like outside the range that we analyzed.
Yeah.
I mean, this would not be a bad time to get a
I
receiver.
think we get Luke McCaffrey, and then because I feel like we'd be a decent slot receiver.
Okay. Okay. So we picked receiver, we picked tight end, tackle, defensive interior,
Guard.
I think guard. I think running back might be something we should think about at this point. There's another guy we always pick.
Yeah, but I think we could possibly wait around, maybe get Isaiah Davis or I like that Jahar Jordan because I think he's fast, but
Okay. So if we don't pick that, what other position would we look at? Maybe an edge.
maybe linebacker,
or an edge.
possibly edge, safety.
I feel like we're good at safety. I feel like we got quite a few young players at safety. Right?
I mean, wait. So we only have 3 more picks after this. So, well, no, we only have 2 more picks after this, right? Because this is the 196. Yeah. Yeah. I think we kind of have to go for a running back.
Okay. Just go pick Mayan Williams. He went to Ohio State. So now we have 2 7th-round picks.
Kind of like the linebacker, the first linebacker out of Penn State.
Okay.
I mean, you already know who the last pick is.
I can't remember.
Really?
Yeah.
The tight end from Iowa?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm on board.
It's funny because like PFF, like he's kind of like a unrated tight end.
Eric
Hall, yeah. But on some of the other drafts, like he's getting picked in the 5th, 6th round, 4th round. Like,
yeah.
it's weird how
D+. We got B. How could we get D+ for taking Mayan Williams in the 6th round?
because there was 2 other running backs that were rated above him, I think. But I mean,
okay,
in the 6th
maybe
round, I
give
mean,
me like a B- then. I mean, it's like the 6th round.
yeah, I don't think it's I mean, overall, we got to be. I mean, it's interesting. So we went Latham, Sainer still, Dolores, Sinet. I mean, to me that's a solid draft. I mean, maybe the back end is a little bit more question mark, but
I would be thrilled if we got Dorless in the 3rd round.
yeah, I mean they thought that was a really good.
And then, Sinnott in the 4th round, I like that a lot. And then if the Bengals draft Zinter anywhere, I'd be excited because I'm with you. I think he looks like an elite guard.
Well, you get Zinter now, and he's going to be a solid backup, but he can most likely replace Kappa next year.
Right.
And then with Latham, Kappa or Zinter, like,
but I think Zinter's probably going to go in the 3rd or 4th. if he's still hurt, and if he's recovered, he'll probably be a second rounder.
Yeah. I could see that. His film just looks so good.
Yeah, he looks like an earth mover.
But yeah, it looks like they really like their first and third.
Yeah.
Decent. Fourth, decent. Fifth.
I mean, how do you get? I guess they gave us a C- because they think the Bengals don't need a corner, which I don't think is true. I mean, I guess, are they anticipating that we're going to keep that we're going to re-sign Awuzie? I mean,
No, but we have a lot of young corners though. But I mean, it makes sense for us to draft a corner at some point.
And
so
then they
like,
have Cam Taylor-Britt. That's it. Like, who else do they have at corner?
They have DJ Ivy. We have we have Mike Hilton.
Right.
I still think we need one. Like, we for sure need one.
I think we need one. Like, I would put it as a team need.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, they need a defensive tackle and an edge rusher and a corner, like, equally. So, I mean, I would say that the Bengals need a corner more than they need a tight end.
Yeah, I don't know about that because, I mean, technically we don't have any tight ends on the roster right now. So, like...
Really? Tanner
really?
Hudson's not on the roster?
Well, I think he will because they can still, I think, tender him. Or, like...
Right, because he's, like...
Because, like, that's a no-brainer because, like, I think if you do that, he's, like, $1 million or something, which is, to me, like, with his production and what he did, like, that's kind of, like, no-brainer. Like, he's your baseline.
Right.
But I mean, you can draft a Sinet or you can draft like a Bauer. Like he could be. And I still think you bring back Sample, right? So, I mean, maybe. I guess they can wait a little bit. There's no rush. They can see what happens in the draft. Or maybe they do it before the draft. Maybe they wait until free agency.
I mean, I just don't think tight end is as important of a position in the NFL as like a corner and defensive lineman.
I mean, the only thing I'll say about that would be, I think Bowers, because I heard he runs like basically a 4.4.
Okay.
And like he can run block. He does really well after the catch.
Yeah, I mean, if
so,
he's
like,
available at 18, then
if he, but I mean, realistically, if he runs like a sub 4.5 in the combine, I think the only real knock about him is that he might be like 6'2" or like a little bit shorter than 6'2", like he's short for a tight end, which is silly because like if he's lined up at tight end and like he's going to be covered by linebackers and you run a 4.4, like could you imagine him with Burrow? Like I said before, like you were saying like we need to expose the middle. We would definitely expose the middle with a 4.4.
Jeremiah mocked him to the Bengals.
Yeah, no, he's starting to get mocked to the Bengals a little bit more, but I think they would have to trade up a little bit to get him. I think if he falls within range, I think they would consider it. But he would have to drop to like 14. I don't know if they could do 13, but it would have to be around that range. Because like once you get up to like 13, 12, then you have to start trading like a second and third round picks. And like, I don't know if it's worth all that.
Yeah.
Because then we lose out on like a Dolores or a Saint or Still or whatever his name is. You know what I mean? Like, in not even him. Like, there were some really good receivers that we could pick in the second round.
Yeah, I think the Bengals need their picks.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't know that there's. Be interesting. All right, so what are we gonna look at next? Are we gonna do like a combine thing? Or are we gonna talk about the combine this weekend?
I feel like maybe if we can meet on Sunday, is it? Or
we'll put it as a maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to. I think Sunday might be the best.
Okay, yeah, just let me know.
Because it runs from Thursday through Sunday, right? Can we see what they're doing on Sunday? Hold on. Combine. Here is the day-by-day TV schedule for this year's combine. 29th, which is tomorrow. Defensive line linebackers. Oh, that will tell us a lot. Okay, and then Friday, defensive backs, tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be interesting. Saturday is quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs. Oh, yeah, there we go. Sunday, March 3rd, offensive line and specialist.
Okay. What time would you want to do it?
Maybe like early afternoon. Well, yeah. I mean, if it's at 1 p.m., I guess this is Eastern time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. Let's see. Does it?
And I think that'd be kind of good because we could watch the alignment live, and then it'd be like a recap on everything else, right? Because all the other stuff would be happening. So I think tentatively maybe we do it Sunday afternoon.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess it would be 1 your time, be 12 my time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that works. I think we're having like a neighborhood party
Around that time?
No, at 5:30.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think we'd be more than like a few hours.
Yeah, I
that might be pushing it.
The baseball inter squad. I think that's this weekend, but it's all right.
Yeah, no, huh?
I'll send Meredith.
Well, no, if I mean, we could recap it on Wednesday. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, just let me know.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you know. All right, I feel bad because I brought it up.
No, it's okay. It's not the biggest deal in the world. I think we can still do a recap on Wednesday. I mean, I feel like, well, I mean, things will be solidified. I think next Wednesday we'll do running backs.
Sure.
Unless you want to do like safeties. But I feel like running backs. Or maybe we do both because running backs might be kind of light. Thinking about it. There might only be 5 in the top 100.
Yeah, maybe we just do top 5 running backs, top 5 safeties.
Yeah, that might be a good mix.
Yeah.
Because in today's NFL, it feels like safeties and running backs are kind of valued the same. So
yeah. Top 5, but nobody out of the top 100.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
I think it's time to shut her down.
Yeah.